Pack one, pick one. Back to regular draft. Additive Evolution is a great green card. But you know I love my Silver Quill, so my eyes are immediately drawn to a Scolding Administrator here. Shared Roots is great for splashing. I haven't drafted Lorehold in quite some time, honestly. I would love to go for that. Have you considered Bad Green Stompy? I mean, that's my Vintage Cube special for sure, right? Maybe I just take a last gasp? I love my Scolding Administrators, though. I think I take a last gasp, and I feel okay with myself. And then we see what lanes are left. This is the only mono black card in this pack. So we'll do this. Try to send a message at first. Here's magnetic personality, keeps the extra 800 viewers around. I agree. I agree. Okay. Sonar. Dissection Practice. Shattered Acolyte. Burog Banemaker. Inkling Mascot. Spirit Mascot. A couple bangers in here. This card's pretty bad. It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I think it's mostly not very playable. I love Dissection Practice. Sings a lot of combats. Amazing in Silver Quill decks. This player just took the rare out of this deck. I'm not sure what I think the most powerful card in this deck straight up is. It could be just Sonar. I'm not gonna lie, my heart lies in aggro. Shadow Acolyte probably goes into the most decks. I'm just gonna spec on a Dissection Practice here. See what happens. Take it uncommon. Rapturous Moment, Kirill, Proctor's Gaze, Stone Docent. Pest Mascot in here is relevant. No mono blue card in this pack. No mono black card in this pack. I think I'm gonna take a Kirill. This is a nice signpost to be in over like a Proctor's Gaze. Yeah. Okay, we could end up being Mardu as well, so these two picks wouldn't quite be wasted. Lorehold Charm, not too bad. Lorecaster is okay. But I actually think I'm gonna pick up a land here. This is our central color for going Mardu would be white. So this is nice. Would be my splash color dual. Pretty nice. I'm gonna go with that. Lorehold Charm, Honormancer, Proth pretty decent. Cost of Brilliance, also fine. But I have a feeling that we're gonna end up in Loreholds. We'll see. What comes up here? Okay. No mono white card in this pack. Or no, that's not true. There's two of them here even. Just this one gold card right now. Blue feels maybe open. I think I'm gonna take an Adventurous Eater. The last black card of this pack. Okay. Dual Tactics, Monstrous Rage, Glyph Mage, Ennis. Not too bad. There's also a second form of Amity if I want that. I think I'm gonna go for a Dual Tactics. I like the key roll pick here. But we'll see what happens. The other cards in this pack are pretty mid, besides the land. But I think I have more opportunities to pick up non-basic lands. Take a Dual Tactics. Docents, Stone Glider. I think I'm just going to take the cheaper card here. Great 2-drop. Love this card. Stone Glider is decent also, but I'm just going to take the cheaper one. Ink Mage, hop to it. Okay. Might be a Mardu moment. I'm gonna go for an Ink Mage here. Nice. Acolyte. Fire Dancer. Primary Research. I'm gonna go for a Primary Research here. Works pretty decently well with both of our plans. Sorry if the mic was a little far away. Okay, Spirit Mascot here. Yeah, I feel pretty good about being Mardu. Go for this. Lorecaster's a nice pickup. This might make it into the deck. So we're looking to be base white. And then we can be secondary in another color and then splashing another color. It might be a splash for red, but we'll see what happens. If we pick up enough fixing, we could just play the best cards without any consideration for primary, secondary, splash color. But we'll see. I don't know how likely that is to happen. No, what is love? Okay, Lorehold Charm plus Honormancer, both in this pack. Honestly, kind of sick. Let's go for a charm. Okay. Okay. Adnaz. Hilarious. Group Project is here. Also Suspend Aggression. Yeah, I would love to be base Mardu here, or base Lorehold here. Group Project is fantastic. I would love to pick up a Rubble Rouser or two. Other cards in here, Stand Up For Yourself is great. Suspend Aggression is pretty great. Stone Dozen is great as well. All right, take that. Ink-Shaped Demonstrator, Debater, Joined Researchers, Poisoner's Apprentice. If I had more of the Lifelinkers, I'd probably take it, but I think I'm just going to take a Researcher here. I'd rather have that over Debater. Ink-Shaped Demonstrator could be cool, actually. But I just want the 2-mana 2/2, I think. We'll do that. Stone Docent, Duty Beyond Death, Wilt in the Heat is fantastic. Fantastic removal spell. Okay, so it looks like our splash color is going to be black. We're going to be on the lookout for lands this pack as well. We're going to go with this. I would take a Seize the Spoils on the wheel. I would also take a Stone Dose on the wheel. That'd be great. Okay. Borrow Knowledge, unfortunately pretty unplayable. Poet could be playable, but it's just a land here. Second tap land. Our first Boros land is very nice. Both lands have our central color in them. Take that. Very nice. Interceptor, Docent, both fantastic. Sky Coach, also fantastic. This is hard to say. I could take a second Docent, but I think I'm going to take the Coach because it also fixes. Draws you a card, basically, on ETB. So, also playable with only colorless mana. If you squint, it's kind of like a Poisoner's Trove. Playing a land at the next turn is sort of like ramping, if you think about it. Alright, Owl and Historian, or Heated Argument. I have 1, 2, 2.5. Counting this as a half as well. Removal spells. Probably just coaxed into playing this Heated Arguments. Yeah, I'll take that. Owl and Historian is nice, but I think I have enough kind of payoffs. Would love a Rubble Rouser or two. That'd be great. I would love to not have to play this card. That's a card that I often look to cut pretty early, as well as this one. Okay. Wow. Second group project. There's also a first Ascendant Dustspeaker. I have faith that I'll find at least one more of this kind of effect, like recursive exile. But I think second group project is incredible. Summon Dromedary is fantastic as well. Can discard it to things. Can just play it. Returns itself from the graveyard to your hands to grow your spirit mascot. Incredible pick. Docent here over like a page. Yeah. Take a Docent. Alright, deck is looking pretty solid so far. Fire Dancer could be playable over a Shopkeep. I don't want to be playing it, so I'm going to start it off in the sideboard and see where we land. I'm also going to start by cutting this, though I might change my mind there. I'm also going to start by cutting this. Okay. Sure. Take a Archaic for the sideboard. 5 mana, 5/5. Reach Trample. Could be playable. Ancestral Anger over a Rehearsed Debater? Actually, I think maybe the 3-drop as an option is better. That's a creature. Okay, there's a land here, so I'm immediately eyeing this. But there's also, whew, wow, what a pack. 3 amazing spells. Wow. Wow. I want both of these. 3 mana 3/2 is just incredible. It is kind of intensive on your pips. Dig Site Inventory is also amazing. What a pack. I think I'm going to take the Scrollsmith here. Till the end of your next turn, you may cast it, yeah. First Rebel Rouser is amazing. Also Pursue the Past. I would love if that was still there on the wheel. But seems kind of unlikely. Dual Tactics I would also take on the wheel, but Rebel Rouser is incredible here. Grows your mascots, etc. Micah is mid. Tackle Artist is mid. Pursue the Past is attractive, but I like the Spirit Mascot more here, actually. So I'm going to go with that over Pursue the Past. TBH. Second Spirit Mascot over first Pursue the Past. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hope Singer is amazing. Wow, what a pull. Pick 4 here. Holy shit. This pack. I guess no one else to my right must have been in white. Missing out on Colossus and a Dig Site Inventory, but that's okay because we have basically the #1 bomb in the entire set. Tablet is pretty great as well. Stone Glider is also sick. Third Spirit Mascot, not even bad either. I guess it's just a tablet over a second Heated Argument. That can't be right, can it be? Let's go with more removal. Take a second Heated Argument. Okay. Wow. Another amazing pack. I think now that I have the Hope Singer, I'm going to go with a Dig Site Inventory here over a land. I think this juice is worth the squeeze. Okay. Pull from the Grave is now a tempting option now that I have the Hope Singer, right? The average quality of my deck feels increased so much. Aziza might actually be decent as well, actually. I think I go with an Aziza here. I think I'm wide enough, right? I have so many 2-drops. I have group projects. So that could be sick. Wow. Second Primary Research, maybe? I might play a second one. I don't think I'm likely to play either of these 2 cards, so let's go with that. It's possible. Holy shit. Okay. 2 amazing cards wheeled for us. I think we take the land. Yeah, we're gonna be pretty pip heavy, so third top land is great. Pursue the Past made it all the way around. Love to see it. Could take a second one. Could take a first Tackle Artist. Could take an Ancestral Anger. Oh, man. I'll take a Pursue the Past. Yeah. Okay. This deck really came together in the end here. What is a streamer luck? Yeah. You love to see it. Never didn't have it. Absolutely never didn't have it. Okay. Let's rebuild this baby. So we're definitely base. Well, what are the odds that we cut black entirely, right? We miss out on a Last Gasp. What does our deck look like if we're not playing black? Let's try this version of the deck first and see what happens. Hello? Yeah, we have so many playables and just straight Lorehold. Right. We're not even playing our dual tactics currently. Jesus. Missing out on just the Last Gasp is pretty fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways of triggering repartee for the Hope Singer. 1, 2, 3 removal spells. Missing out on a couple of like a Johnny's Responses, for instance. Yeah, Streamer is a Boros / Orzhov drafter. I mean, I think white is just so good in this set, right? I think the 2 best bombs in this whole set are both white cards. So the Hope Singer is kind of not really doing that much in this deck. But I think that might be fine, right? We have so many great playables in our colors. Would have loved a second Rebel Rouser. I think that would have felt really good to cast. But I think it's just a straight Lorehold moment. Seems good. We have Expressive Fire Dancer as another 2-drop option. I don't know if I play 2 primary researches. It might not be ideal. But this deck kind of built itself, right? If I only play the Lorehold cards. Sort of sad about that tablet. That would have been a nice pickup. But I can't really complain about this, right? Deck looks pretty fantastic. Would be amazing. I'm really glad I picked up this Aziza because if there's a deck for Aziza, it's this one. You know? Maximize the value out of my removal spells. I have a couple of ways to go really wide with like Group Project, for instance, and a huge density of 2-drops. Okay. I think we ship it like this and try it out. We could make changes after a few games, but feels like one of the better Lorehold decks I've drafted in my time. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, playing against Fleam. Group Project on 2. Pursue the Past on 3. Seems fine. I'll keep on the play. Have mana for all of our spells. Can't believe we got Hope Singer that late. Yeah. I agree. Pick 4, right? Pick 4 or 5? This is disgusting. House of Mana, hello! That emote is my milady? Crazy fucking work, dude. Crazy fucking work. What are you calling your lady? Turn 3, gonna pursue the past. Actually. Nice. Hope Singer surely has been our invitational card today. Yeah. It's felt pretty good. Next turn I can probably Dromedary plus Flashback Group Project. Pretty good. House should off those other emotes. He's gonna kill them. You monster. So it looks like opponent is on a soupy plan. So let's hope to overrun them before they can do that. Okay. Next turn I can Heated Argument for the Archaic, but they probably get some value this turn, right? Probably get something with 4 additional 1 counters, unless they want to deal with something on my board. But let's see what happens. Probably they just have to, yeah, do this right now. Okay. Terrifying. Hate that. Yep. Decline. Sure. No attacks. House, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of these emotes are pretty difficult to read what they are. So they can make a 5/5. What do I have to deal with this? Literally nothing? I think I might just lose here. Well, we'll see how they play. But I'm not feeling good about myself. Wilt in the Heat doesn't deal with it. Heated Argument doesn't deal with it. It's unfortunate. I think I pursue the past. Ditch my primary research. Okay. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this. I hate these kinds of play patterns so much. I'm gonna play my Docent, hold the Mountain in my hand for Pursue the Past on a future turn. I might be supposed to play this land here for Lorecaster purposes, but if I decide I want to play the Lorecaster, I can do that next turn. Let's pass. I have literally 0 answers for this in my deck. All of my removal is damage based. I could get somewhere with like Keyroll. That's possible. But they're just going to start making 5/5s every single turn, which is horrifying. I feel like your only hope is to send all here. I mean, I don't think so, right? They just make a 5/5, eat a thing, take 8s. I guess it's possible. I don't know, man. I don't know. It all feels wrong. It all feels bad. I think all of my options feel bad. Yeah, we do have a lot of bodies. Lorecaster. Get back. Heated Arguments. Find Aziza. Copy it to kill Berta, and they're left with a couple of 5/5s on their board. Maybe more. Aw, it's so bad. If I just send all, they block, eat 2, take 8s, go down to 10, then they have 3 blockers. I don't think that math checks out without more to do with it. So I'm gonna play the Lorecaster, get back my Heated Argument, and then start swinging. Okay, well, I got stroked. Who up stroking they shit? Me. So they can make a 4/4 this turn. Ugh. I'm dooming. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm dooming. This is Berta doing a lot for our opponent. Are you spiraling? I'm spiraling a little bit. It's very possible that what I'm doing right now is spiraling. Extremely, extremely possible. It's theoretically an option that I'm spiraling right now. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Sundering Archaic exiles my Dromedary. They have 2 mana to plug into Berta. Chicken Jar with a 20 stream streak? That was a minute ago. My bad. But glad to have you. Yeah, they put Pursue the Past on the bottom, so I can't do that. You can do no wrong. Thank you. Do I trade these here? I do have a lot of bodies, but I don't know. I don't know if my window was to attack that last turn, right? I still don't think that I would have had it if I had swung all a few turns earlier. Let's go for this. Yeah, this is a fucking mess. Absolutely. Okay. Hope Singer. A little bit too late for me to have hope, unfortunately. But I will play it nonetheless. Maybe I should have surveilled first to have more information, but the odds that it's relevant are pretty marginal. Okay, yeah. Not relevant after all. Just play the land in case... probably should have held that actually for second Pursue the Past. I was thinking about if I have multiple cards, right? That's alright. I don't think there's any universe where we're winning this game. We're losing extremely slowly. It's probably going to be another couple of turns before they actually finish us off. Right? I think if I'm them, I just start attacking. Card game over. Thank you. That's a good one to name. Okay. Sure. It's a good one to name off of Thassa's Oracle. Or off of Demonic Consultation. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. Save us some time. We all know where this one's heading. I don't think there was any combination of cards that got us there, right? I don't think, like, even like a Dream, Pursue the Past into Aziza, into Copy. I don't think I have the mana to do that. So, 0-1. I don't think our deck is bad. I think it's quite good. Maybe there's a chance I splash for like a last gasp, but I don't think that would have done it there. Oof. Can't keep this. My odds are pretty reasonable of drawing a Plains. I always check, but I know that this hand is a mull regardless. It's like 30%. Yeah. Hand looks great. I like having the 2 white sources here, so prob just a Spirit Mascot on 2, potentially Dig Site Inventory on 3, with potential additional flashback value here. But it might also just be a Pursue the Past. See what happens. See what we draw. Okay. Nice. So it's going to be a Spirit Mascot plus Dig Site Inventory angle. The next turn, my exile does double duty. I would discard most things to a Pursue the Past this upcoming turn. I am really glad that my deck is just Boros at this point. No black to mess up my pips. A braid? Yeah. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna discard my Lorecaster here. I'm gonna hold my Dig Site Inventory here. I have a couple of reasonable plays here, right? Curel next turn, plus preparing it with flashback. Dig Site Inventory is pretty good. So I'll do that. Whiffed on land drops a couple turns in a row. Also, including the additional draws from the Pursue the Past. A little sad, but that's okay. Hardened Academic. That's a good one. Opponent is at least 4 color. Okay. Looks like they're discarding for lifelink value to buffer their life total. Looking a little ponderous here. Discarded Plains, yep. I understand. They've got 3 mana here to work with. Is it ever Keyroll? Like, it's so greedy if I go Keyroll pass, right? But in theory, I get so many more counters and so many more prepareds. with Practice Scrollsmith, Dig Site Inventory next turn, right? Because that prepares it by me recasting it and then still leaves Dig Site Inventory in my graveyard to potentially get value again. They haven't used removal on my Spirit Mascot, so I actually am a little bit incentivized to go greedy here. I also have Pursue the Past, discard Primary Research as an option. That's probably the one I would discard at the very least. I'm gonna go for it. But I might be crazy. Like, this is an extremely greedy line, right? But I don't really think that they have it. You know? What punishes this line? Killing Kirill? I was never going to pack a punch the same turn cycle because the mana was never in the books there. So I actually think that I might get rewarded here. It also gives me extra Spirit Mascot counters, so I've got multiple threats for them to deal with. Okay. 2 to the bin. They might be close to getting to where they want to be here. Okay. Kirill or Spirit Mascot? Attack for 4/4, 3/4. Or just put it here. 3/2 first strike is a great stat line. Let's just put it on the Mascot. And pass. I don't feel confident attacking into this board. 3/2 first strike is still respectable. I have 3 really reasonable threats on board. They do have something that goes in the air, but maybe not that many ways to trigger its secondary ability in this type of soupy deck. At the very least 4, maybe 5 colors. See what happens. I'm pretty heavily incentivized to hold up Lorehold Charm as a combat trick here. So let's see if I draw a land. I might end up packing a punch plus Lorehold Charming. No touchy. Okay. Not discarding. They like the cards in their hands. We have something on my upkeep. Sure. Removal. Vibrant Outburst. Yeah. So I can Lorehold Charm here to give everything +1/+1 and trample until end of turn and save my key roll. I actually kind of like that. I'm gonna do it. Does mean I don't get to attack, but I think saving key roll is valuable enough here. Opponent's deck is crazy and bold, yeah. Dissection practice? Is that what you have left with your 1 mana? That'd be hilarious. It does leave them hellbent though, if that's what they do to kill Kirill. Yeah, 4 colors in all 2 and 3 drops. What are they cooking? Okay. 5/4, first strike. Vigilance, trample. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. They have a stop on their upkeep. Surveilling an upkeep? What are you doing? Are you crazy? With this mana? You crazy. You crazy. Feels like they're just drawing bricks here, but they do get the opportunity to attack for 5 in the air if they so please. Okay. Okay. I kind of like Rebel Rouser this turn. I probably attack with both of these. I want to make some tradesies. I think I'm okay with that because I have primary research to get things back. I think that's okay. Pretty face up, have nothing here. Yeah, I'm okay making some trades. Okay. They're just chumping. Looks like. Yeah, I'm at 16. I'm gonna do the Stone Docent thing here. Oh, that's a good pull. Even though I lose out on Curel equity here. Because I think I have quite a few other ways to make cards leave my graveyard. I think the Surveil is pretty valuable. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. We're feeling pretty confident of ourselves right now. Opponent feels like they're drawing bricks, whereas I still have plenty of gas. I have 3 distinct things that pose pretty large threats and primary research to get one of them back. Emeritus of Ideation is obviously amazing, but they don't have a 3rd blue to immediately draw. Oh, no, they do. They have Hydra Channeler, yeah. Okay. Okay. I might be in trouble here, but we'll see what happens. Okay. The deck looks terrible, but they mulligan to 10. I could do it to both. It's actually probably pretty good. Attack for 6 plus 8s. Or 9. So they're in, like, they need to make some chumps there. I don't know if they were strictly dead or if they were forced to throw their Emeritus under the bus, but I don't know if that was a good concession there. Probably would have waited on that one, but that's okay. 1-on-1, we take those. This character looks familiar. Who is this? Nice. Unfortunately, Aziza plus group project doesn't really work the way you want it to, but that's all right. I do be dipping so fast when not playing drafts. Some people do that, yeah. Yeah, and standard. You know, you've usually seen this film before. You see the way this game shapes out, right? against like lessons with a certain number of cards in hand, you're just like, yeah, I'm not winning that. Let's go for group project first. Okay. Yeah. I think it's a Scrollsmith in the next turn. Aziza plus group project. And then it's pretty close. Scrollsmith is nice. Lines up pretty decently against the Fire Dancer. Posture check. Thank you. Oh, I sat up and immediately felt the pressure come off of my spine. Holy moly. All right. We're gonna have such a wide board after all this crazy stuff. Stripe Scholar. Okay. That's all they're doing. That's okay. Lorehold Charm is a fantastic pull here. Gonna do this. We're gonna cast Group Project for its face cost. And then we're gonna copy it by tapping 3 creatures. End up with 2 2/2s here. 5 creatures in total. The next turn we have Sky Coach, Tutor a Land, Group Project, Flashback. Pretty sick. With the Aziza Group Project value, I can actually do both. That's awesome. I think it does leave me with a pretty tapped board, but this is all they're doing this turn, so I'm not at risk of taking a bunch of damage in the meantime. Violent Outburst, hello. Enjoy the casting denial. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Means a lot to me. All right, nice. Grab a red source. Do this. One, two, three. All right. What a fucking board, huh? Wow. All right, a hold, and then probably just Alpha Strike with Lorehold Charm next turn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Crazy work. A little too late for that one, but that's okay. A-okay with me. I've gotten my value, baby. Okay. Passing it up here. Six, 7, 8. I don't know if this is lethal. It very well maybe. Yes, 12, 13, plus 4, 17 damage. Not quite lethal, but close enough. Blows them out with the 4/4, right? Because it was blocking my 3/2 double strike or first strike. Amazing. Yeah, Mathis for blockers. That was a banger. World's best Aziza in the universe. Sick. All right. Yeah. This turn 1, Docent turn 2. Rebel Rouser on 3. Pretty good. Looks good. I keep. Just gonna play my top land. Okay. The play is just gonna be Rebel Rouser this upcoming turn. Oh, if I have removal. Okay. I'll attack. I don't really think I can block the Maestro without feeling bad about myself, right? Pretty likely they have removal for one of my creatures. Or they have a combat trick or something that blows me out of the water. Turns this into a 3/3 instantly. You know? So a lot of things get me there. So I think I would rather just not deal with this right now. And I think I have a pretty reasonable chance at winning this race as well, even though they are, yeah, they're looking a little soupy. What are you on, opponents? What are you cooking? Land is a pretty good draw. But I think, yeah, just Spirit Mascot or Pursue the Past is pretty decent as well. Blinking Maestro, sure. Okay. So I have to Spirit Mascot first to get value off of this. So I can't draw first, yeah. Unless I luck into a land, but that seems pretty unlikely. I'm gonna exile. I'm gonna discard my Lorecaster here. Exile land, right? Yeah. I could potentially discard my primary research because this is a non-creature, non-land card, right? That's kind of cringe, though. Would need a couple of lands, right, to make this work. So let's go with the Lorecaster because I think we're much further away from casting that in any scenario. No attacks. Slam it against an Ennis. So I have another potential line here, which is Scrollsmith. Exile Pursue the Past. I get to cast it for its front side cost again. They kill my Maestro. Or my Mascot and tap this down. Get in for a couple of damage, but that's alright. I think it's a primary research angle here. I think I'm just gonna take my Maestro beats for the time being. And then plan to bounce this off of my Rebel Rouser. Your project is a nice draw here. So I have a Scrollsmith, or I have Group Project Scrollsmith next turn as a possibility. Okay. Heated argument, sure. They have a bunch more mana to do things with. Down to 13 as well, which is scary. Trove is fine. As long as I don't have a burn spell for my Rebel Rouser, I am a happy camper. I'm not going to just tap my Rebel Rouser here. Yeah, Spirit Mascot is on the battlefield, which makes me sad. But that's alright. Sure. Getting in for 5 here. Yeah, takes me down to 8. I still do have answers to this. Probably interested in drawing them. Join researchers, not too bad. So we have 6 mana to play with. This is probably a pretty important turn, so it's important that I don't fuck this up for my own pride. Scrollsmith. Group project. Or group project, Scrollsmith. Potential flashback, but then I take a lot of damage, which is bad. From the Maestro. Maybe I just don't flash it back. I kind of think this always happens. Well... my options mostly feel pretty bad right now. I'm a little bit choked on white mana. I have more than 2 things that I would like to do, and pretty much everything I would like to do costs white. So this is the play I'm going to go with. Would have liked to draw this earlier, but that's all right. I don't think I'm at risk of dying this turn, necessarily. There's a chance that I take 5. Doesn't feel good either. Really need to find some removal at some point. This is close to growing out of range, though, of my heated argument. But they might just be out of gas. We've seen a lot of cards from them. Yeah. Okay. That's a good sign. So I think they're just taking this turn off from attacking. Although if they do attack, I absolutely slam the double block. Yeah, okay. Okay. I feel pretty confident that it's this line. Have a really sus board. Don't exile my Stone Docent and hold up my 1 card in hand. They have heated arguments, which is okay with me. I want to exile Docent. It does draw us a card. But, ugh. Molten Core Maestro grows to a 6/6 next turn, right? I can preserve a lot of my creatures if they go for an attack this turn by getting them with a Lorehold Charm. That's my vibe, right? So I think I'm going to try this play out. I think this is highest upside. So I'm going to go with it like this. And pass. They do have this heated argument, which gets me down to 6. But I think I need this to survive this turn of combat. I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. This is face up. Do I ever chump block? If I chump block, what are the odds that I win on the crackback, right? They're at 12 effectively. I'm effectively at 6, so I need to block the Maestro at the very least. I can kill 2 of my creatures here. Yeah, I think this is fine. If I'd blocked differently, I would have been able to kill the Lorecaster, but I lose in a... Ugh. Okay. Don't have any way of recurring this, I believe. Just do this. Opponent's at 12. Okay. Do I surveil first? I guess I do. Hero is pretty nice. Heated Argument, also very nice. Do this. Do I ever flash back? Get a 2/2? I would take 8 and then be dead to pretty much anything. The alternative is leaving this up to chump. Probably take 4. We'll see what happens. I think my odds are pretty decent if I get to survive this turn. So pass that one up. Get to draw an extra card. Hope Singer is fabulous. We do have mana to cast it, which is nice as well. Smells like they have removal in their hand from one of my creatures. Rapier Wits. Okay. This forces a chump block out of me. Yeah, it is a beast mode, big ol' stream. They're at 12. Effectively at 10. You can make this a 6, 7. Doesn't quite do it, right? If I double Kirill next turn. 6, 7, 8. 4 away. So I think I have to say goodbye to my Rebel Rouser, unfortunately. Then we'll prepare Kirill before it goes. Okay. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. It's super, super sus. Right? If I Hope Singer and don't pack a punch immediately. Maybe I'm supposed to Hope Singer. Heated arguments? Ugh. Ugh, it's cringe. It's cringe. I don't like my options. They all feel pretty bad. I feel like they're running out of removal though. So maybe I just make my Hope Singer a big. But that doesn't feel good either. I think this always happens though. This has the highest upside play, right? Making this a 3-5. I guess I'd chump with Kirill. Ugh, that's not good either. All my plays are bad. Like heating Ennis now and drawing. Yeah, I actually like that as well. I think that was what I was more likely to do, right? I like the guaranteed removal. Drawing here is nice as well. Okay, we'll go for it. I don't have much in the way of recursion here. Let's do that. We missed out on Kirill equity and we have to chump with him this next turn. Right? Maybe I don't. What do I die to? Decent amount. Let's pass. See what happens. Then gang blocking? Yeah. Also an option. That's actually great. Yeah, it brings me up to 8. Leaves me with one of these alive. Also gains me 2 life without just chumping. Sure. Removal spell blows me out here, but I don't think they have it. Okay. All right, up to 8. We might actually have this game. Feeling pretty good about myself. A little bit funky fresh. Scheming Silver Tongue. Okay. One card left in hand. Heated Argument is fabulous here. I can do both. Yeah. Let's put it on my lower value creature. Milled over Stone Docent. Pretty nice. Do I ever do this turn? I think I hold for it next turn to potentially get more Kirill value, huh? I don't think the 2 life is likely to matter right now. Let's go for it. Actually, we still have the... Do we still have the thing? Zealous Warcaster? No, that's an exile. Me, MTG with the raid. Thank you so much, homie. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. They're surveilling. Tells me that they have nothing. I can extremely safely attack. How was your stream? Yeah. All right. They're conceding. Slay. Found the line there. Oh, scary. Zioggin? Hell yeah, brother. I love a guy who knows what he's about. 3-1. Deck looks sweet. What's Modern look like? Does Yogg have a bunch of new juice? We're on the draw. I think this hand is a little... is totally fine, right? Not gonna pass this one up. I'll keep. Okay. I'll represent Burst Lightning, I guess. Nice. If you're in my chat, go check out the MTG. A real modern sicko. Modern sicko for the modern man. Essence Knit Scholar. Okay. Unfortunately, the stat line makes it awkward to attack. Maybe I do it attack anyways. I could do this right now this turn. Makes this a 5/5 that attacks pretty profitably. That feels a little bit cringe, honestly, of a line to do. Maybe I just do one of these. Swing in. If they block, I'm happy that they've thrown this away. And I can get it back with Lorehold Charm. Yeah, they're not blocking that ever. Okay. I think I'm going to pursue the past here now. Discard my Lorecaster. Aziza, second Spirit Mascot. Some nice pulls. Just dance with me now, dance with me now. I'm gonna navigate all the Cascade shenanigans. Nice. Okay. This is spicy. If you want to trade these two, I'm happy. Okay, yeah. They could gain a bunch of life here, in which case I'm a little bit scared. That's not what you want to be doing, but I don't know. These colors don't make me feel especially confident in the synergy of their deck. Albeit every removal spell, right, is also a repartee spell. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Abzan in this format. I don't think there have been many great true Abzan decks that I've lost to. They attack, I might block with a team. Any removal spell blows me out though. So probably not. This is normal SOS or Alchemy Draft? This is normal SOS. Okay. Sure. This does have ward, so need some more gas to get there. Huh. I think it's an Aziza hold, potentially copy everything angle. I'm gonna play my land here. And then I'll pass. I really want to preserve all my creatures. Being able to copy a Heated Argument would be sick. He was like, you're so rude. Render speechless. I think I let them see it. If they take my Lorehold Charm this turn, I'm not too sad. This becomes a 6/6. I'll do it. They're most likely taking your Heated Argument. Yeah, that's fine. Probably discourages them from attacking. Need 2 more mana to get through the ward here. But this is an interesting decision point, right? Because them taking this means that they can likely swing in this turn. and I don't block because I really want to get heated argument value. It's an interesting choice. Yeah, taking my heated argument here. Sure. Now they don't really have a good attack. It's extremely wrong of them to attack. Yeah. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Okay. Okay. No attacks. Hold up this Lorehold Charm. Can copy to give my creatures +2/+2 until end of turn, which would make this block a demonstrator profitably. And also result in a few other good blocks. Right? Like this could block this profitably, this could block this profitably. But it's all contingent on them having nothing, of course, which I don't think is the case. What an interesting web we've tangled ourselves into. What a really cool sequence of events. Okay. Second Stirring Onomancer is pretty chill. So if I get a land this turn, right, I guess Heated Argument's gone already. Sag. Okay. Let's go for this. I do not want to do that against their disgusting board. I'm probably not that far off from being able to get a nice attack in. That's right. Let's do this. Scrollsmith is a nice pull as well. Scrollsmith would mean I would be able to do the heated argument thing in the next turn, which would be sick. Render speechless. Okay. Okay. I'm guessing they take my Lorehold Charm here. They might also take my Primary Research. If they take my Lorehold Charm, I still snap off some blocks here. This becomes a 6/7. All of these are extremely respectable choices, right? You have a different problem if you leave me with a practice Scrollsmith. Yeah, 10 whole fucking hours of me. You're sick of me. Absolutely sick and tired. Taking their time to ponder this decision. Understandable. You can have this decision. They're covering the Lorehold Charm. Yeah, that's correct, I think. IMHO. Probably swinging for 12 this turn. Practice offense? Oh my god. Okay. Disgusting. Ugh. Yeah, that is just GG, huh? I chump here. Double block. They gain 16. Go up to 29. And they just have it again. I'm not winning that one. Holy fuck. That's a fucking bomb for sure. You can chump, you lose your whole board. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I never had it there. Oh my god. 3 and 2. That deck was disgusting. I'm not too mad about losing to it. Our cards lined up a little bit awkwardly against theirs. Inkshave Demonstrator having Ward 2 is so annoying. That's alright. Yeah, it is an incredible card. I would say the best card. The single best draft card in the set. And it's not especially close. This needs 2 drops, 2 and 3 drops. We have a good number of them, but these are maybe a little expensive. Mana looks great. Big set inventory, I love to see. Lorehold Charm, pretty decent as well, but I think I have to mulligan this and look for some more early play because that's not how I win the game. On the draw here. I really want to keep this. We have joined researchers, which is playable. Any land lets us at the very least secret rendezvous to find more cards. I'm in. I'm in. Maybe Lorehold Charm actually goes away? Let's go for that. Our odds are pretty decent of drawing a red source anyways. Yeah, that's also a red source. Between that and Together is One. I think Together is One requires more to make work. Practiced offense is just always good, no matter what IMHO. Let's do this. Maybe there's an argument for Docent. This definitely lines up better against this. We'll see what happens. All right, nice. I guess I'll just hit my next land drop, huh? Do this. Grab another mountain. Have a 3/2 to happily trade with a Paradox Surveyor. If they attack. Prue and then block, right? Just force soup all the time. I respect that. I respect that for sure. Okay. Okay. Double creature. Essence Scatter. Okay. Shockingly, my joined researcher wasn't prepared before this. But now it gets prepared at my end step. Okay. Grapple with Death. A-okay with me. They can get him for 3 if they would like. In the air. Killing my Foolish Fate. Sure. Okay. I could exile the Sky Coach to replay that, but that seems pretty mid. So I think I just develop my Rebel Rouser this turn. And pitch a land? I have mana in the form of this. Hope Singer is a fantastic pull. Okay. Slumbering Trudge, nice. So what are the odds my Hope Singer survives, huh? If I try to go for that and go for the greedy play. I can't imagine that's correct. I can't imagine there's a universe where that's correct. I take probably 9 damage this next turn if that's my line. Right? Yeah. No shot. Chat, if you haven't tried a summer salad with flavored olive oil and vinegar dressing, you're missing out. That sounds awesome. Okay. Next turn, I have double 3-drop as an option. Okay. I'll offer this trade. Sure. Let's look at what I have going on. Pursue the past. I'm gonna bin this because I don't have anything good to pitch to it. So next turn I can cast it from flashback as an option. It does mean I miss out on the front half value of this, but that's all right. I'm okay with this. I'm just gonna hit the Heated Argument here as a repartee spell. Okay. Exile my Sky Coach. Yeah. What are they doing here? Surveilling. Okay. Got my bomb here. I got removal. What you got here? They liked what they had on top, I think. Wander off. Sure. That's a nice pull. So this is a use it or lose it situation. So we will just use it. Yep. And I will exile Naziza. Get the extra damage. I'll attack with my Rebel Rouser to save on cards for damage. It represents 1 damage regardless, but this way it lets me keep more cards in the graveyard. Alright, very nice. 6 mana. Double spell. Like that the camel gets to serve its one true purpose next turn, getting discarded to anything. Mayhaps. Ooh, this is a cute little line here. I get to Scrollsmith, pursue the past. Discard summon Dromedary. I like this. I'm gonna do that over my Heated Argument because opponent can just not play their creature next turn. I guess maybe they could afford to not do that, but let's do this. Discard my Dromedary. Plains means I can return it to my hands. Pretty nice. I can also just cast it. Cast a Stone Docent, I mean. So let's do that. Present an even wider board. Alright. Opponent's dead in a couple turns. Moseo. Sure. Let's draw right now. Heated Argument. It's pretty great. But just attack with everything? How bad is it for them? This doesn't get through no matter what, which is unfortunate. Unfortunately, I also don't have the mana to recast the Dromedary. Never beating the Boros allegations. This is the first time I've drafted Boros all day, actually. Shockingly. Okay. They don't know about the second Heated Argument. Okay. Do they have 1-drops to get back? We'll see what happens. We might end up Heated Argumenting next turn. This house we force Orzhov. It's true. Bin to land. They're surveilling their upkeep. Could surveil again if they like. Okay. Diary of Dreams. Alright. If I do this, is this lethal? Yeah. Should be lethal. They're down to 3, yeah. Or a 4? Yeah, that's just lethal. Alright, nice. Nice, nice, nice. 4 and 2. Slay. Found a match. Oof. Need to find some creatures. This is a mull, unfortunately, I think. Yeah, we have so many better hands. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Been a land. On the draw. Okay. Just gonna play, ooh, Join Researchers is pretty tasty. Against Prismari? Against Is It? I think I'm gonna go with the Stone Docent. Feels extremely likely that, okay. Yeah, this gets countered. So next turn I have the option of Spirit Mascot plus Exile Stone Docent, make it bigger immediately. I like keeping the Researchers in hand. That's a nice one. Nice little puppy to have. Sees the spoils, okay. Let's go for the play we talked about. Am I ever interested in this land? It's my 5th land. Next turn. I don't think so. I think I have better draws. For sure. Okay. Sure. Huh. I think I'm gonna ban my primary research. Okay, and then go for Researchers. Essence Scatter again? Smells like it, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Scrollsmith to exile primary research could be cool. Key, they've got 2 mana here. Ooh, it could just be actual factual primary research. Get back Spirit Mascot. What else did I want? Like, it's between these two, right? I think we just do it. Start drawing some cards. Spell Pierce gets me. Okay, yeah. Let's go with the Mascot, because this is mostly what our deck does. Rather than Join Researchers, I don't really want to make this opponent draw a bunch of cards either. So I'm okay with this. Draw a card. Group Project is a great pull. I have the mana this turn for Scrollsmith, Group Project, Flashback. Burst Lightning, okay, that's fine. I could Scrollsmith. No. It's just Scrollsmith primary research, I think, is the vibe. Do they have a counterspell? Another Essence Scatter? Holy fuck. Madman. Absolute fucking madman. Okay. I think I'm at the point now where I hold my Pursue the Past. Or I hold this land for Pursue the Past purposes. Yeah. Fucking no fun allowed. I'm guessing it's like a mill or Mathematics angle here. Ugh. I don't like that play I just did. I don't like what I just did. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna do this and probably wilt in the Heat Sonar. We'll see what happens. Yeah, let's just go for it. I don't want them to tutor whatever they have. Snarl Song would be rough for me. Yeah. Okay. First damage of the game? No. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I thought we were about to see a 4th Essence Scatter as well. But hopefully they're out of gas at this point. A 2nd Potioner's Trove. They're not harboring my hero, so I'm guessing the last card is maybe a land. I mean, I'm not discarding this to pursue the past as much as it's definitely tempting to. Let's go to combat. Okay, no priority held. Guessing they have nothing. I had to play that land that turn to be able to double spell, regardless of what it was, you know, to Q roll plus pursue the past or wilt in the heat. What's happening here? There's very few cards that I wouldn't discard away or pursue the past this next turn. It might be wrong, but it feels so right. Yeah, very little I wouldn't throw away callously, heartlessly. Lorecaster. I mean, that's a pretty good one. Okay. Lorecaster grabs back like a pursue the past at this point. Wilt in the heat could be decent as well. But I think it's just card advantage that I win this game through. Right? And this leaves my graveyard regardless. So I'm going to go for a pursue the past here. This prepares key roll. I have the option of flashing back group project here, but that would be redundant on key roll preparation. And it also means I don't get to get in for damage this turn, which I think is probably pretty decently important. So I think I'm going to go for beats instead. Also buffers my life total a little bit, which is relevant, but not necessarily that important. Primary research also going as well. Muse Seeker, sure. And then now I'm feeling very good about myself. One removal spell. Procrastinate, A-okay with me. Okay, they're at 19. Big site inventory, banger. Okay. Re-prepare Curel here? Hopesinger's obviously a threat, but I really want Curel to survive because this is such a recursive card advantage engine. It could chump block here, yeah. They're not gonna do that. Right, they're at 9. Who's the grindy card advantage deck now, opponents? One card in hand. Feels extremely unlikely that they'll be able to deal with everything right now. I have so many cards. Yeah, just dealing with one thing doesn't quite do it. They're playing to their outs here, trying to find an answer for Hopesinger. Hoping that in the top 2 cards there's something else, but we just got them. Very, very nice. That was an awesome game. Such a boring opponent. I mean, yeah, I think this style of deck, I don't know, man. I kind of get the vibe they were maybe a newer control player, right? Like, I think that a good control deck in this format is not too hard to come by. There's a lot of really good ones, and I think the really good ones would have found some kind of finisher or some kind of recursive value engine way to close out the game before that, you know? Yeah, final boss for Mythic, no pressure? Oh my god. Really? Am I there? Hand looks good. Docent into Skycoach, not too bad. Primary research is here. We're on the draw. I think we've had a lot of games on the draw this draft, but no worries. Witherbloom Gamer? Soupy Gamer? Soupy Gamer. If there's soup, my Lorehold Charm lines up really well against that. Okay, they're just bouncing, which is fine by me. Yeah, probably a soup moment. I don't know how I feel about this song. I really liked Eyelet's cutesy songs. So this one is definitely a departure from what that was. Hope Singer is awesome. I'm just gonna do this though. Keep on hitting some land drops. Berta. This is kind of awkward, actually. Song grew on you? Yeah. Four mana is such an awkward amount. Oh my god. Maybe it's a Rebel Rouser this turn. Ugh. Ugh. I don't really like my plays. I think I go for a Rebel Rouser. This line does leave me with only just one thing. I can also discard my Docent, which isn't too bad. Potential primary research to get it back? No, that seems bad. I want to hold that for the Hope Singer, right? Maybe I messed up this turn. Maybe I just keep all my cards in hand. Nah. Okay, pass. Like discarding Dig Site there? I mean, I think it's correct to hold up the double counters. 6 mana here, so I can this plus Docent plus Dig Site Inventory. I actually like that, so I'm gonna do that. Go for Hope Singer, hope it resolves. Okay. In response to the trigger, I hold priority and I crew to get an extra counter here as well, so I can attack for 4 this turn. They can make a 5/5 this turn. That's a-okay. Okay. So they're just making a 1/1, I'm guessing? Because they get a counter here. That's okay. I honestly kind of think the 5/5 would have been worse for me, but maybe this finds them removal. If they spend their whole turn dealing with my Hope Singer, I'm extremely happy. Lorehold Charm probably isn't that far off from lethal as well. Pretty soon. Land gets us primary research for Hope Singer into Dig Site Inventory, possibly. If they kill multiple of my creatures, and I definitely have it because Rebel Rouser gets turned on. Meow. Bazinga. Yeah, this is a good song. This one is in my playlist. Definitely heard it before, though. Just making a 7/7 is a little bit scary. They're pondering their options. They haven't immediately snapped off a removal spell against my Hope Singer, which makes me hopeful that they don't have it. But, like, there's no way, right? We've seen one interactive spell. They just drew 3. So Feels extremely likely, right? But that's just my thought. We'll see what happens. Sundering Archaic, yeah. Exiling my Hope Singer. I'm guessing. Yes. Understandable. Have a nice day. They have 2 mana. They can make a 2/2 here. Okay. Okay. 4, 5, 6 mana. Pretty happily do this. Opponent's down to 4. So my flyer's lethal. Rebel Rouser gets them down to 3 as well. Makes a lot of things lethal. Okay. Okay. Killing my Sky Coach means I can get it back with primary research. That's an option. Pretty nice. All right, they're just conceding. Hell yeah. Archaic does impact that, but we just got him. No, Diamond. Are we Mythic? Oh my god. First time Mythic. What an awesome fucking way to cap off this stream. Been at it for basically 11 hours. All right. Or until May 31st. Yeah, no one can take this away from me until May 31st. Curel on 2. We're on the play. I really like this hand. Any land gets a Sky Coach to find a 4th land. We have a couple of draw steps. We have 2 playable spells as well. If we are stuck on 2 lands for a couple turns, we have Curel. If they kill it, we can Lorehold Charm it back. I'll keep. But it's just so good if we draw lands. Unfortunately, Lorehold Charm doesn't have any way of targeting, which is a little saggers. But that's all right. Someone call to 4 and tell him we're coming for his crown. Yeah. All right, land off the top. Please. Ugh. Nice. Really? Okay. Gravel Plains. I don't know about that one. Don't have anything leaving our graveyard just yet, but we have quite a few decent draws that get us there. Lumaret is scary. Definitely. Probably just a Wilt in the heat angle, I'm guessing. Let's see what they do. There are a number of protection spells, but I'm guessing that they're gonna go for a creature this turn. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yep. Okay. I think I am willing to play out the Hope Singer this turn because it's pretty good upside if I manage to untap and have Heated Argument up. Unfortunately, Lorehold Charm doesn't give me a way to do the thing, but that's all right. Makes a chump block even more questionable? Yeah. Yeah. Shopkeeper's Bane. A-okay with me. Okay. Okay. Primary Research. Not too bad. Probably attack for 6 this turn. Crew. Attack, attack. Let's go for it. Yeah. Exile that. Prepare a key roll as well, which is really nice. Opponent's at 9. Okay. Feeling very good about ourselves right now. Grog Banemaker is fine. Doesn't matter when I have flyers. They're back up to 10. Looks like they're a little bit stuck on lands, mayhaps. Finally killing my Hope Singer is A-okay with me as well. I actually also just have Primary Research. I forgot about that. 6. Seven. Did I miss lethal there if I had a Lorehold Charm line? Honestly, feeling pretty good about ourselves nonetheless. Striker, sure. I go up to 5. Yeah, good game. All right. 3 trophies today out of 5 total drafts. Pretty good rate. Mythic 336. Amazing. What a amazing day in Caro Town. Holy shit. Take a look at this deck again. Yeah, Mythic Trophy. Mandate of Heaven. I am God's favorite drafter. 3 fucking trophies. Thank you so much, Chris. 25 buckaroo tip. Thank you so much for your support. It's so heartening being able to be here and being able to do what I do. Appreciate it so much. But take a look at this deck again. Thing of Beauty, Spirit Mascot had their time in the sun. Strixhaven Sky Coach was honestly phenomenal. Just being an evasive thing that also fixed my mana, right? Draws a card on ETB. I think the curve felt really good. We always had things to do. Phenomenal. Boros feels really good in Strixhaven over in other formats because it gives you other things to do besides just smash face, right? You got card advantage engines. You got ways to permanently pump up your creatures. You got reanimation. Very, very nice. 7 and 3. Gorgeous deck. Or 7 and 2. Nice. Hey, it's Caro. I really hope you enjoyed this magic video. If you did, please consider leaving a like or subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help me out a lot. If you want to catch me live, you can check out my Twitch channel. That link and all of my other social media is in the description below. While you're here, you can also consider checking out these 2 other videos that YouTube's algorithm thinks that you might also like. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!